as long as you feel logically and emotionally, which is rooted in your hurt emotions, as long as you think and feel that the way that you're thinking and the way that you're feeling is justified, you're going to remain in that abyss to where you're in this dark place intellectually, mentally, and spiritually. And there's a whole, and you cultivate this internal doctrine that justifies you feeling and thinking as such while you're in darkness. So it's going to take that area that is of hope and redemption for the Creator to start there with you, so that the Creator can speak clarity to you, that you may understand a whole lot of areas. And I'm only speaking this way by way of what transpired in me when I was not too long ago in meditation, because my mind was acknowledging to the Creator, if I'm so right, why am I suffering? If I'm so right, why am I still angry? If I'm so at peace, why am I suffering? You know, it's because that common understanding, there's too much I and me involved in terms of what happened, why did they do this? They were supposed to be this way, they were supposed to be that way. However, your individual journey is not like everyone else's. So the comparisons need to end as well. You can't compare your journey to everyone else's. That's the mistake that I made when I was coming up, and I was, as one of my other videos were talking about how I used to abuse my friend John Bill, because I looked at his life. He had two parents at home, and I was jealous of my friend. So I mistreated him because he had what I wanted, and therefore he had what I felt that I should have, and I didn't have. I was raised up inside of a home, as I said before, and everyone who was living in there were the subjects of failed marriages. And I'm looking across the street, and my friend John Bill was an example of a working marriage. And therefore, I looked at his lifestyle as peaceful, while I felt as though mine was chaotic. And pretty much every night, my mind was reminded that I was in a chaotic atmosphere by what was going on in the home. Even when nothing was going on in the home, I was able to pick up the tensions that were in the house. So even though there were some people who were living in the home who were thinking that everything is cool right now, I was the child that was able to pick up the tension in the home, who always knew that things are not right, because why am I feeling all of these tensions and everything? And so I bring all of that up, not getting off subject. It's just that what you have to understand is that the only way that clarity is going to be able to come to you while your mind is in opposition, that little area inside of yourself that is open for correction, which is hope and that opportunity of redemption, that's where the Creator is going to enter that in order to counsel you of where you are wrong and open up your eyes to some things to where peace is indeed possible. Peace. The effects of the demonic justification is what a lot of us go through. What that implies is having a logical reason in which gives you a reasoning through your hurt and through your anger in order to hold on to certain memories and therefore certain information, in which gives you a reason and justification to hold on to things, which manipulates you to think that you're actually letting go by holding on to these reasonings of why you no longer want to associate with certain people, which is a form of intellectual deception, because if it doesn't bring you peace of mind and spirit, then the only thing that it's giving you a logical reason of holding on to what doesn't bring you peace. But if it doesn't bring you peace, wisdom sets in, and wisdom tells you to just let go. Because what's the point of holding on to that which doesn't give you peace, regardless of this deceptive intelligence that's sitting up inside of you telling you why you should hold on to it in order to feel secure, in order to protect yourself. But even in that state of you participating in that, holding on to those reasonings and those logical assumptions of why you should hold on to certain levels of understanding in order to protect yourself from what previously hurt you. If it doesn't give you peace, then you need to just allow wisdom to set in and give you the guidance of letting go. Because wisdom is very simple. A lot of times we complicate things with our reasoning and with our intellect, which becomes deceptive even unto ourselves, and because we are trying to protect ourselves from being hurt again, if it doesn't give you peace, then your reasoning is not for you. Your reasoning is against you. And therefore, when it all boils down to it, wisdom is going to have to eventually come to you at some point in time and just tell you, just let it go. And once you let it go, then peace moves in. And you're going to end up questioning yourself saying, man, how come I didn't do that a long time ago? It's because your reasoning and that deceptive intelligence that was sitting up in you was telling you, hold on to this. But yet at the same time, it's implying that you have let go of the problem by saying the reason why I don't want to associate myself with these people anymore is because I've let them go. No, you really haven't let them go. Because if there's a reasoning of why you think that you have let them go, this so-called reasoning is nothing but a form of deceptive intelligence in which makes you feel like that you've concluded on the issue when you really haven't not, because this state of conclusion that you think that you've given your mind to hasn't brought you any peace. You won't have any peace until you totally let go. That's why I've always told people, forgiveness is not enough. You have to let the people go. You hear people say, I forgive you, but I don't want to have anything to do with you. That's a contradiction. You haven't forgiven anyone. Some people, you just can't forgive them, because these people are still in your midst and you still decide to keep these people about your life. But at the same time, you still hold this animosity towards them. So you say, I forgive you, but you stay over there and I'll stay here. Why don't you just let them go all together? I believe in letting people go. Just let them go and move forward with your life, because when it all boils down to it, it's you and your journey. You were born alone and you're going to pass away alone. And despite of how many people agree with that because they have, family members, even their children, when it's time for you to leave here, You're leaving here by yourself. And when you came here by way of your own will, according to the will of God. And most people don't agree with that, but what do you think labor pains are? Labor pain is a form of intelligence to where the child is saying, okay, I've been here long enough, so it's time for me to move forward and into the world and serve my purpose. So you came here by the will of God alone, and you're going to leave here by the will of God alone. And that's just the way it is. That's why you have to understand the dangers of attachments. And therefore, in understanding the dangers of attachments, that right there teaches you the importance of letting go.